day with everything. I think yesterday he posted an Easter picture with his daughter, his toddler, on Instagram. I didn't see it, but I was reading about it today, so it was a mess.
Oh, my God.
That's all I got to say.
Speaking of messes, have you heard what happened to Candace Owens?
Ooh.
The craziest thing. So,
That's a longer one.
That's a long button.
Nope.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah. I was like,
Candace Owens?
Nope.
Candace Owens?
Nope.
he loves
Just for
it.
anybody out there that says that we should be supporting Candace Owens just because, a clock strikes twice a day right. But that doesn't mean that it's accurate. And
I
unfortunately...
didn't know that, y'all.
Yeah, no, actually.
I actually did not know that.
If a clock is broken at 12, at least twice a day, it's going to be right.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh,
Yeah.
12 p.m. and 12 a.m.
Yeah, 'cause-
oh, okay.
Yeah, because the hands will be stuck there. So at least...
I didn't know, y'all. That makes sense now. I'm like, okay.
So like for Candace, in her whole situation where she's getting canceled, this is something that she has like vehemently talked about for so long about the left, about cancel culture,
yeah,
woke culture, and all of those things that are going on. Now, meanwhile, at the same time, she's getting canceled by her side, the side that she fought for. And something that I heard today, I was watching a TikToker actually make a really good review of like how their perspective of Candace Owens' situation is. It's like she sat here for years and years and years and years and years and using her identity as a Black woman to actually empower racists to say things. And it seems like now that they have become the leopard eating party and they're eating her face in that sense, like to an extent, do I feel for Candace? Yes, because I even see how she was exploited. Yes. But she also willingly, as an adult, as intelligent as she says she, is, how did you let that slide past you where now you've got all of these folks that you are representing that don't look like you, that the moment you say something they don't like, you're out the door, you don't have a job. What was all of that for? Because you've caused harm for multiple different communities, and especially the trans community. You have come from my community so much in so many different ways, and completely have even forgot about trans men, especially. You've especially come for Black trans women in some reason as some sort of, I mean, I don't know necessarily how to navigate Candace Owens because one drop of me feels bad for her, but for the rest of it, it's like you planted these seeds, you sowed them, and these are the flowers you got.
Now, to a certain degree, I disagree with you.
Oh, I know. I know. And that's why we work. Yes. No, I want to
I don't feel sorry for her, and I am a Black woman. Black conservatives are an oxymoron to me. Yeah. All these Black conservatives are an oxymoron. That party is going to remind you that you are nothing more than a Black person who is deemed inferior to what they are about. I don't care what y'all say. This woman wore a White Lives Matter shirt with Kanye West, thinking that somehow, some way, she was doing something.
Yeah.
And she's talked down on trans people. She's talked down on so many people. And it's funny because I got attacked on social media recently about Candace.
Oh, no.
I think I commented on the Shade Room on the Neighborhood Talk, and Black people were attacking me. They were just like, oh, you're just mad because she's a free thinker. Well, first of all, we're all free thinkers, number one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Number two, it's the fact that this woman is just really vile. I saw her interview on The Breakfast Club, and I will say this, though. It was a very interesting conversation because they had asked questions. That's where she got with The
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, they had asked her questions about her husband or whatnot, because, she has a white husband and she has a mixed baby. But her response was actually interesting. I will say that. It was really interesting because, I think she talked about more of IQ versus like race. Yeah. But the thing is, she's spoken so disingenuous about other Black people.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's hard to even navigate and go with that or whatever like that. And so, I saw Ben Shapiro getting on her and all the things or whatever. And the thing is, it's like somebody's going to watch this and say, how could you not have compassion for another Black woman? Well, I don't have compassion for Black people that cause harm to other Black people intentionally, just to appease a base that they know is not going to care for them in the long run. This is why I feel trans conservatives are the same way.
Yeah.
It's like, you know these people don't like you. You will demean and devalue your own self to appease these people because somehow, some way, they give y'all the attention. They give y'all the views. They amplify your propaganda. Yeah. And it's pathetic. Yeah. And I think with Candace Owens, they made her the prime example of where Black people in the conservative party will always remain.
Well, anyone that's a minority, if you really think about it. Anyone that is not a cis, white, affluent male.
Yeah, Latinos, Asian,
exactly. Conservatives. It shows that those roles that you are playing, you're being used as a tool. And I think the example of Candace Owens should send a message to all those folks that are in minority communities that are uplifting these harmful rhetorics, because the idea that co-opting that somehow is going to bring something over to your community, when all reality, at the end of the day, what did Candace Owens get from the community other than cut off as soon as she wasn't saying what they wanted?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes her a tool for their oppression. That's what I see in the sense. And another thing is, I will agree with you, and that's why I don't. Another thing is, like, I'm white.
Yeah.
As you always say,
clearly,
I'm not a trans man, you know? So these conversations as well, like, I think that for you to actually be able to talk about...
Yeah, on the white part. On the white part. On the white part.
You navigating these conversations, and I think it's very important to especially uplift the Black community talking about Candace Owens, because all day I can say I can see how I can empathize with her and this, that, and the other, but that can also be dangerous too, because I don't want to lend any of my credibility or anything to Candace, because again, she's caused a lot of harm. And I think that these type of conversations, like I told you about that TikToker who's going online and saying that, oh, we should support Candace Owens. It's giving grifter.
Yeah.
I mean, even on behalf of him.
That's a good word. That's a good word.
Like, when he did that as a TikToker, and I'm not going to name him, but I'm sure you can look it up.
What? Yeah, you know we love the name drop on this show.
Well, I'll give him a break because he's already...
What's the first letter?
I believe it's a K.
You know, I'm a dig, honey. I'm a dig until I can't dig no more.
I'll let the audience have some homework to research on. And by the way, make sure to like and subscribe, because
did we say that earlier?
No, I don't think we did that. Okay, we're going to say that in the middle of the episode, because we want to make sure to like and subscribe so you all can hear more of this. But again, going back to it, like, I don't know. I think the way that he even approached that as this, like, because he's very liberal leaning, you know, a lot of his language that he uses on TikTok. And for him to go, well, Candace is on our side, so now we should take her in. But then, like you said, there's no accountability for the years, I'm telling you, maybe even decades of damage that she has caused, and especially empowered cis white men to say very hateful things, because they'll go, well, Candace is saying it, so why can't I say it? In the same way that Blair does that to that lesbian community.
Oh, but Candace destroyed Blair in that debate. She annihilated Blair White. I'm sorry. I'm not, let me
I thought we weren't giving any credit to Candace today.
Let's be clear.
We're giving one drop of credit.
Because I saw that episode.
That's the line.
I saw that episode, that debate with Candace Owens and Blair White, and Candace Owens annihilated Blair White for Phil.
Yeah.
And I could tell that because I've had personal experience with Blair and how she's lied, I could understand where Candace was coming from more.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I say what I say. But, you know, Candace, I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I think sometimes we give certain people too much benefit of the doubt and they run with it. Yeah. And Candace is one of those people. Yeah. And so I hope that this is a lesson for her. You know, I hope that she seeks healing. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. Yeah. But it's kind of like you reap what you sow and you catch your karma eventually. Yeah. Because deep down inside, those people do not care about Black women.
No.
Black women in general.
And the oppression of trans Black women affects Black women. How many cis women in the last year have been murdered or attacked because they thought they were trans?
Yeah, transphobia affects all women. Yes. And I've been saying this for quite some time.
100%.
And the thing is, it's like, But Candace weaponizes transphobia to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, it makes it hard for people like me to support you when you've caused so much harm that is irreconcilable. You know what I mean? Like you can't reconcile with that.
Yeah, because some of the things she said straight to the camera, straight to the face, it's like you can't take those words back. And if you're not going to take accountability for the impact of those words too and just kind of like move on, that's abuse.
Yeah.
Like your audience in a sense.
Yeah, she went to a school and I remember this student stood up and asked Candace, you know, what are your thoughts on you being here when the trans community is not comfortable? And her response was, I'm too pregnant to care. Get a helmet. Life's tough. And I was just like, you know, that's such a cop-out.
Yeah.
But Black conservatives, I don't expect anything more from them.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't expect anything intellectually honest.